All right, everybody. So we just finished up pressure washing in here in the pump house, and I just want to start off by saying what I'm going to show you, I do not recommend anybody doing. I've talked to several people that fix wells and repair wells, and I've spent several days, you know, making sure everything that I've done is safe and right to the best of my abilities, and I feel comfortable with it, and everybody else that I've talked to feels comfortable with it, and we're being as safe as possible. I do not recommend anybody doing this. I just wanted to say that, but I wanted to show y'all what's going on and what we're having to do here with the well. So we've got a bunch of stuff set up in here, and I wanted to show y'all exactly what all I have set up and how everything's working. So we're going to have to go down in the well to clean the bottom of the well out, and I'm pretty sure there's some stuff that has gotten down in there and died, and that's one reason that our water smells so bad. But here for my system, I've got two brand new 2x8s that are lag bolted together, and they are sitting on the foundation of the building, and it's a little over 7 feet wide, so double 2x8 is plenty strong enough for what we're doing here. We've got heavy duty straps here that are rated for 6,500 pounds. These are straps that you use in the construction industry. We've got a D-ring shackle right here that's rated for 4.5 tons. And we've got a snatch block right here that's rated for 20,000 pounds. And this old pulley here is just our pulley for our bucket. We've got a bucket that's going to go down there with us to pull up some of that sand and sediment that's trapped down there in the bottom of the well. So for our main rope here, this is a synthetic rope that's rated for 3,000 pounds. That's its safe working load is 3,000 pounds. I'm not even sure what the breaking strength is. So this is our main line that we're going to hook to. And I've got a climbing harness here, like a rock climbing harness that has the D-ring here in the front that you hook to. So we're going to be hooked up to this rope here with climbing rated. These are Black Diamond climbing rated carabiners. They're 24 kilonewton carabiners. And this here is just a secondary, a safety line with a Prusik knot and another climbing rated carabiner. These are both locking carabiners. This other cord back here is what our sump pump is hooked to. This is what's keeping our sump pump off the bottom, with the drop cord and the discharge line that's popped outside the pump house. That we don't have a lot of water coming in the well, but we do have enough that sump pump needs to be running sometimes, not continuously, but to keep the water pump down low enough to where I can get in there and work. So like I said earlier, I do not recommend this. Nobody needs to go down into a well, without an expert. But I have consulted several people, several people that work on wells and have been down in these types of wells, and everything that they've said just reassures me that everything that I've done is okay. So our main rope here goes up to this 20,000 pound snatch block, and it leads down to another 20,000 pound snatch block. We have another set of double 2x8s that are screwed into the door jambs here, which are bolted into the block, and it's screwed in several places. And then this outside board is bolted to this one. We have another 6,500 pound construction strap, another 4.5 ton D-ring shackle, and our other 20,000 pound snatch block. And this is just a change of direction, just because that one's coming up from so high. We've got our cord coming down, and this one's just acting as a change of direction. We have all this hooked up to the pin that goes through the reese hitch on the back of my truck. So that's what's going to be pulling the weight of me up and down as I go up and down. So So we've already patched this hole in the side, and I've done that from just up here at top. So once we get down in there, there's 3 of these joints on the casing, the well casings, that I want to seal up on the inside. And that just will help keep sediment and runoff water from getting into the well that hasn't been filtered through all the ground yet. So once we get all that sealed up, and then we're gonna be doing this with hydraulic cement. It sets up in like 3 minutes. It's super fast. So we gotta wait on more people to get here. There's absolutely no way that I would ever go in here by myself, and quite frankly, there's no way that I can get down there by myself, you know, without somebody else driving the truck. So what we're gonna do while we wait on some more people to get here is back here in the back corner. That's where all the water flow runs. When I washed out this building, all the water stood in the back, and there was already a small hole there, but I've just knocked it out bigger, and I've stuck a 2-inch piece of PVC pipe in there, and we're gonna get this drain all fixed. That way we can wash this little well house out, and it'll all drain out that pipe right outside. So we're gonna put some more hydraulic cement around that, get that all nice and tidied up. That way bugs and snakes and stuff can't get back here in the well house. Alright, so sorry if y'all can't see real good, but it's tight quarters in here. Definitely want to use an old can you don't mind throwing away, or old bucket you don't mind throwing away, because it'll dry to it way before you ever get done with it. Give that just a few minutes to set up, which, I mean, you can tell it's already hard, and it's been about 4 minutes. So we'll let that set up, and then we'll try to wash off some of this extra residue before it dries and gets hard. I believe that's going to work just fine. Alright, so we got everything ready. Drop my secondary line down in there. Like I said earlier, this is just an extra safety in case my main one breaks. This one has a breaking strength of 900 pounds. And I don't weigh no 900 pounds. Take my shoes off. Alright, we're going to flip in the main line. Flip in the secondary. Alright. Well. For y'all that don't know, this wrapped cord here, this is a Prusix knot. This is used in climbing and rescue. I'm not going to go into all the knots and everything and the safety carabiners and stuff. There's plenty of videos on YouTube for y'all that want to learn about that. Okay. Alright guys, so we're fixing to go down in the well. Like I said earlier, please do not do this at home. I've consulted many different people about it and spent a lot of time going over the design and making sure everything's nice and safe. So I feel comfortable, a lot of other people feel comfortable about it, so I've had everything checked out. But please, I'm not recommending this and I'm not condoning this. I'm just showing y'all what we're doing here on the homestead and trying to get our water problems fixed. So we're gonna go down in there and we're gonna scoop out all the muck in the bottom and try to clean it up a little bit. Here we go. Uh-oh, my feet might be wet. Alright, so we made it to the bottom. There's a lot of muck in the bottom. The water's only about knee deep or so. The pump's still running, pumping it out, keeping it at this level. So we're gonna get the little bucket in here and we're gonna try to start scooping some of this out and get all this sediment out. And that way we can put some clean gravel back in here. And you can kind of see how dirty the water is. And hopefully some of that gravel will keep this water a lot cleaner once everything settles back down. Here we go. Woo! God, this is cold. Alright, hold it right there for a second.
Ain't no gravel?
None. I ain't felt the first piece of gravel.
Well, that's gonna be heavy.
We'll go ahead. I feel water just pouring in from my feet. I can feel it pushing the sand up. But there's something down here crawling, one of the two.
I don't know. All right, we're gonna have to go up a little bit.
Pretty muddy, buddy. No, you don't either.
It looks like Daddy.
Yeah.
Oh, cold.
Pretty cold. Pretty nasty too. Alright, so I've made it back out. Done washed off and changed clothes, dried off. But we got a lot more scooped out today. You can see all the sand and gravel and stuff that we've scooped out of the bottom here. Doesn't look like a whole lot, but probably about a wheelbarrow load full maybe. As I was coming back out from the bottom, I washed the walls off with a brush and hose pipe and water that I brought from the house. So we're gonna let this sit and settle for a few days and see how the water looks, and we'll pump it out a time or two and probably put some bleach in it or chlorine, pump it out and do that a few times, and then we'll have a sample taken to the water department and they can test it for any bacteria or anything that might be, any contaminants that might be in the water. So, but that's gonna be all for this video. We got everything done in here that we can do for right now. So appreciate y'all hanging out and watching, and we'll see y'all in the next one.